Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Justice Grace Nzioka made a landmark ruling that has sparked a very hot debate in the country. Like I said yesterday, it is very difficult to be a lawyer because two families were staring at the judge. The family of the deceased, Monica Kimani, wanted justice and they were praying for a death sentence, pleading, while the family of Joseph Irungu, with Joseph standing at the dock staring at her, pleading again for mercy and confessing innocence, was also looking at her. The judge deliberated her points and finally said that Joseph Irungu deserves death penalty. Of course, this is a ruling that we want to forget because of the grieving families. They need peace at this moment. The family of Monica Kimani needs peace, prayers, and sympathy. The family of Irungu is equally injured psychologically because the mother said she believes her son is innocent. But the reason why this debate is not dying any soon is because of the nature, the legal nature, and the law and constitution that is behind it. There are lawyers who have openly disagreed with Judge Nzioka. They say it cannot happen. But before we read or look at Miguna and Makau Mutua and their sentiments, Joseph Irungu took to his Facebook page and penned a very emotional letter, if I may call it. And this is what Joseph Irungu said. Those here judging me, saying I deserve it, don't know me personally. It's tough being Joey Irungu right now since everyone is making conclusions. One day the truth will come to light and Joey Irungu will be liberated. There are influential individuals behind the Monica Kimani case who wanted to see me behind bars for life. I will eventually mention names, but for now, I am working on appealing the sentence. Thank you to the few who have stuck by my side. So according to Joey, there are people. I don't know why he doesn't want to say who they are at a time when he is facing a death sentence. And because this is a ruling that was made, I don't want to delve so much in it. But if I were Joey Irungu, I would mention them because either way, the die is cast. Now, Miguna is saying this. I don't like Joseph Kuria Irungu alias Joey. I believe that he is a cold-blooded murderer, a barbarian who should be severely punished for his crimes. However, I oppose, and oppose is in capital letters. I oppose the death penalty. A human being, including a judge, shouldn't have the power to order the killing of anyone. It also violates the Constitution, which banned the death penalty. That is Miguna. Miguna says that in his considered opinion, he believes Joseph might have committed the crimes labeled against him. But then he is saying that no human being, including a judge, is allowed to declare death penalty on an individual. He says it goes beyond our constitution. Now, if you look at Professor Makau Mutua, this is what he said. The death penalty has no place in any modern society. It's, it's jurisprudentially inconsistent with the logic, values, and legal philosophy that undergird Kenya's 2010 constitution. No court should ever impose such an irreversible penalty on any offender in Kenya, no matter the heinousness of the crime or how despicable and depraved the felony. Degrees of savagery, depravity, or heartlessness do not vacate the moral, practical, and philosophical indefensibility of the death penalty and its finality. Nor does the death penalty bring back the victim or deter future killers. It's vengeful, primitive, callous, and without redemption or any single benefit to the society. An eye for the eye makes the entire society blind. Hey, Makau has used some bombastic words that are even not very easy to read. But according to Mutua, Makau feels that we are in a modern world. No matter the extent of felony, he feels that the death penalty is an eye for an eye. And as the saying goes, it leaves all of us blind. And he feels that this beats logics and all these kinds of things that he's talking about. But Justice Nzioka was very categorical in her ruling. One, he said that we are in an era or a period where our women are being butchered every now and then. If you look at the stories of the Airbnb, they are being murdered, and the Nigerian origins, the Nigerians have been mentioned in bad faith. And Judge Nzioka was saying that this was a stern warning to people who are doing this or who intend to commit such a crime. And she was doing it according to her, that when people see a death penalty, then they will not do this. And number two, she was like she felt the gravity of the matter and the pain that the family has. Now, the question is, who is right? Because if you bring lawyers today to start arguing this case, they have a common term. They will tell you the law is very clear. Clear to who? Clear how? Like Mutua and Muguna seems to have a convergent point that this is against the law. But Jan Nzioka yesterday was saying that it's still there and can be invoked in serious felony like murder of this nature. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm thinking that we need to settle this. Kenya needs to look at this, because I can assure you, if we allow a loophole, because I've realized that our government likes loopholes, then it will be used negatively. I remember I was being told that the last time this was done was when Ochuka and the group tried to overturn the government and they were hung. I don't know what the international laws say, but I have a feeling that this must be looked with a very fine tooth comb, because today, if it is used, and this will be a case study, another judge will use it. We need to know where we stand so that we don't let any loophole, because politically speaking, people who tend to oppose the government will be hanged. And I don't want to defend this cause, neither do I want to promote it. I'm just saying that lawyers should come together. Maybe it should be looked at in the NADCO report, because the NADCO report is in the hands of members of parliament. Let them look at it. Lawyers are there so that we can have a lasting solution, because As I said, this is eliciting a lot of debate. And because of the grievances of the two families, it is a matter that we cannot discuss further, only to bring to our attention that lawyers need to sit down and ensure that we block any loophole that will allow anybody to misinterpret or misuse or mutilate our constitution. We are not here to judge. The victim said he will appeal, and it is going to be very interesting as we see the legal giants and minds juggle around and explaining whether this is dysfunctional, whether we still have a death penalty, whether it is not applicable. We wait and see, because at the Court of Appeal we will see all the lawyers and judges coming together, and it is then that we will realize that there is a loophole. I don't know what to think, but that is my take.